Identifying
The king of cakes. Chopper for the win.
G'day guys, welcome back to Cakes by Chopper. Today we have a giraffe cake for you. Some of you might remember my friend Andy from the Adventure Time video. Well, he runs the Great Giraffe Challenge over on Facebook and the website. So if you haven't heard of that, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. They have a new riddle for you every week. I had a bit of fun with this cake. I used a vanilla cake mix and then separated some and made it chocolate and put some giraffe spots through the middle just by layering. That's optional, you can do that if you want. You're going to cut out your template. Now I only used one ear and then I separated that to make the ears sit back away from the front of the face. And then I created a neck just out of the offcuts, as well as cut out a snout and the bridge of the giraffe's nose and some eyebrows. I also trimmed down the corners and leveled off the neck and also took the horns on the top of his head and set them back a little bit. Now it's time to give it an entire coating of buttercream. You want to do your crumb coat first, let it set for 5-10 minutes in the fridge. Then you can apply the rest of it on, sticking on the facial features, and then go over that with another layer of buttercream, just so you've got all your crumbs locked down and you don't get a spotty texture through your final cake. Once you're happy with the giraffe skin, you're going to get a little ball of fondant, cut it in half, flatten it out into two little lemon shapes that are rounded, and then place them on where the eyes would be. I just used green because it was some excess that I had left over, and I painted that black, but by all means use black fondant. Now it's time to grab your piping bag with a fine tip and some chocolate buttercream, pipe on his snout, go around his eyes, do the eyelids, and then the giraffe's print for his body. For piping on these details, if you're not confident with a piping bag, you can get a toothpick and just soak it in a little bit of water for 5-10 minutes. Go around and mark out everywhere over the cake where you want to pipe these lines on, and that'll just help you become a little bit more confident with your piping. I just went ahead and did it freehand because this cake wasn't for anybody specifically, but if you want a nice, really sharp finish, then that's what I'd suggest you do. After you've piped on all of the patterns and spots that the giraffe has, you can use a wet paintbrush to go through and smooth out the piping lines. Don't forget to do the hair on the back of his neck. Now for some shading, I used a bit of sanding sugar here that I'd put into a patty cake pan and then just went through and sprinkled it on where I think it needed a bit of shadowing. And then I also used pink sanding sugar to fill in his ears. That way I didn't have to mix up another buttercream color, and I just thought it was a nice, easier method to just fill in that little bit of extra color. Pipe off across the top of his head and clean up any lines, and there you go, you have your giraffe cake. Please stick around and check out some of my other cakes. I'll see you next time for a brand new video. Thanks for watching.